How much of an impact would an extra $1,000 per month have on your life? Here are 3 ways that we're going to be able to do that using just the camera gear that you have and your creativity. Number 1, determine how much you can work. If you're like me, you're probably already working a full-time job somewhere between 40 to 50 hours per week. That means that you want to squeeze out every cent out of every single hour that you can. This means that in a given month, you're not going to be able to take on a bunch of small jobs for $100. Believe me, I tried and it's not possible. 10 $100 jobs is going to drive you crazy, and by the end of the month, you're going to be exhausted. So you might be saying to yourself, okay, Vic, so I'll just do one job for $1,000 and then I'm done, right? Well, yes and no. As I was determining how much I was able to work, I had to ask myself a very honest question. Do I have the tools and the skills to command a $1,000 per job pay rate? Sadly for me, at the time, the answer was a resounding no. However, I did determine that I did have the skills and the tools to charge a single client $250 per job, meaning that I would only have to work 4 jobs in a given month to reach my $1,000 per month goal. $250 per job doesn't sound too bad, and you might be asking yourself, what kind of jobs was I taking on? At the time, I started using a platform called Fiverr. Fiverr is an online marketplace that connects buyers and sellers of services. In my case, I was selling product photography services. That's been a couple of years now, and I don't use Fiverr as much as I used to, but I still have the account active, and every once in a while I do get some inquiries. But on that platform, I've raised my prices so much that they just trickle in from time to time, and it's just a nice bonus. That reminds me, 78% of the viewers of this video will not make it all the way to the end. That means that if you do stay, I'm going to be sharing with you a pro tip that took me months to learn that's going to put you ahead of everybody else. Number 2, social media. Social media will become your new best friend, but there's a catch. You're not going to be a consumer of social media. Instead, you're going to be a student. I created a brand new account for my services and my photography. I used AI tools to optimize every single inch of my profiles. To this day, I still sit down every once in a while and optimize my accounts. I delete old content that isn't servicing me anymore, and I also repost media that I had made previously that performed very well. This step is ever evolving, and you will need to spend a significant amount of time on social media. Again, not as a consumer, but as a student. Observing what other creators are making and observing other trends that the market may be heading towards. After setting up my dedicated socials, I began to follow and study other creators within the style of photography that I wanted to create. For me, I wanted to create product photography and product video for medium to large size businesses. More on that at the end of this video. Also, these privately owned businesses needed to have a marketing budget. By the way, these sorts of brands are all over Instagram and social media. You can find them anywhere. There is no shortcut here when it comes to social media, but just make sure that you're not just consuming when you're scrolling, you're actually taking the time to study, take notes, and trying to replicate some of the stuff that other creators in your niche might be making. Number 3, create. It's an undeniable truth that the most successful people in the world are creators. They are creators of solutions to problems of the masses. Once they've uncovered how to solve a problem for the masses, they repeat that process like a well-oiled machine. You will not only become a digital creator, you will become a creator of solutions for your potential clients. I had to ask myself, what is the problem that I can solve for my clients, and how much is that problem worth solving? For me, it was creating stunning photo and video media for my clients so that they may use it for their advertising purposes and their marketing campaigns. In addition to creating solutions for my clients, I was also creating constantly. I used my newly created social media accounts as a vessel to experiment with my own creativity and level up my skills and my working knowledge of the industry. Pro tip: I learned that I had to target medium to large businesses, not because they had the most money, but because they had already identified for themselves the importance of having enough digital media for their marketing campaigns. I didn't have to go in and try to convince them and sell them that my services were valuable to them. They already knew that. And because of that, they had allocated funds to their marketing budget. And that's where you come in. There really are no shortcuts, and it took me over 1 year of trial and error before all of these ideas and these answers came to me. Within my first year, I was able to average $1,000 per month, but I was only able to do that after a significant amount of trial and error. Now, if you want to skip all of the trial and errors and really jumpstart this goal of making an extra $1,000 a month, then watch this video here where I lay out all the steps and give you a free guide to get you on the right path. Until next time, adios.